already in her vocabulary, you understand? It's a real up culture thing because she claims Puerto Rican.
Hey Capri, girl, what? Hi my loves, I'm Lady Girl from Around the Way. We have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with the Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 3 Las Vegas episode. I don't know and I don't remember, but let's get right into this review, okay? So the episode kicks off with the recap. You know, Zeus and Networks give us the recap like they always do. The starting scene starts off with Jocelyn and Ballistic, and they're just talking about how well the performance went. Jocelyn's like, I got 2 more nights with me. Ballistic says he sees the potential of really just doing a residency in Vegas. There's really, you know, people wanting them to be there. Jocelyn did well. The girls did well. She was talking about how the girls were just like, you know, we ready to go. Let's do it again. Like the girls who did the Cabaret wanted to do it again. And I can imagine if you're any type of entertainer and you have a good performance, you want to like kind of ride that wave into the next performance. It makes perfect sense that the girls are excited about doing it again. The next thing we have Amber and Chanel talking. I think Kate Capri was there too. And Amber starts talking about how the dress got messed up or whatever, and Chanel, she was explaining it to Chanel basically. Lexi Blow gave her that dress or whatever the case, and she said it was like little snags, and Kate Capri was like, yeah, because there's no knives in the house. There's no knives in the house. Girl, why are you so fascinated about no sharps being in the house? Like, what you trying to stab somebody? Like, let it go, relax. We get that there's no knives. We get that you made it a point to say that. Like, Chanel was like, yeah, I heard it was something about the way that the bag was broken down or whatever, and Kate Capri dusty stuff. She getting on my nerve like, oh, well, I don't care if it was in your cooch. I don't care if it was in your pooch. If you got that money, then we were supposed to bust it down. So as soon as Kate Capri, or no, sorry, as soon as Amber was about to get into how that whole situation came about, Chanel calls over Lollipop or whatever.
Lollipop, come talk to us. Why would you do that?
Right in the middle of me about to explain.
And Amber like, Chanel, why would you call her over and you know I'm about to get into it or whatever the case may be? And she was like, no, give her an opportunity to say what she wants to say. I'm like, Chanel is Chaneling. Chanel is going to Chanel. I guess she just keeping it spicy. I don't know how you would call it. One thing about Chanel, she gonna keep it consistent with the bullshit, period. So, and Lollipop goes over and Amber continues on with her conversation. Yeah, and Lollipop felt some type of way, this, that, and the third. Lollipop interjects and said, no, well, I told you it was chump change and I wasn't worried about it, and it is what it is. And then Amber was like, well, if it was chump change, then why was you worried about it? Amber and Chanel come to the consensus that, you know, first of all, it's the strip club is run different than the Cabaret. And she was like, and she's Cabaret captain, so she should have kept it. Now Chanel challenges Lollipop with, well, do you still want to work in the Cabaret? If that's how it's gonna go, do you still want to do the Cabaret? And she's like, yeah, of course, I still have my spot. And Chanel was like, well, I'm coming for anybody's spot, period, and that's just what I'm doing. And Lollipop said, well, if you come up for my spot, you're gonna have to get it in blood, straight like that. I'm like, okay. And the next scene we have Lexi and Jordan, and Lexi's pretty much just like, yeah, girl, the Cabaret was cool, it was cute last night. And she was just like, it was. And then Lexi's in the confessional like, well, since Chanel kind of got out of her position, we're looking for a Cabaret captain. You get what I'm saying? She's kind of like fishing at, or putting it out there that another girl can take Chanel's spot permanently. Jordan was on a high. She was so excited. She was like, I'm keeping my pasties. And she was like, girl, what? They're all sweaty. What are you gonna do with the pasties? Girl, she's gonna keep them as a keepsake, okay? That's what she's saying, Lexi Blow. She's keeping it as a keepsake. I'm that type of girl too. I'm gonna keep something. Maybe not pasties, but girl, I have a memory box. I don't want to say scrapbook, but I got something of the sorts. And she's like, girl, I'm about to scrapbook these pasties. And I just like when people are honest about the experiences that they have, because so many girls go like, oh, it's just cute, it's just this, but they can never really fully express or enjoy their excitement. So go ahead, Jordan, go off, save your pasties, sis. In comes Wet. You know, she's looking like she's in good spirits, although she does reveal that she's still sore and she has a couple of bruised ribs, and she's gonna try her best to dance and do what she needs to do. Lexi Blow mentions that Chanel's dress, girl, why do I keep saying Chanel? Amber's dress, it was messed up, and she was like, no, well, it ain't had nothing to do with me. I was minding the business that pays me. I was not sabotaging anybody's dress. And not only that, she said she hadn't heard anything about any dress being ruined. Lexi Blow mentions to the girls, like, you know, Chanel had mentioned something about coming up with a routine and show Jocelyn that we're serious. I think that's a good idea, and I like that Lexi still mentioned that it was Chanel's idea, because you ever have somebody come and try to steal your idea because they're in the position and you not, girl, I had to happen too many times. So shout out to Lexi, you were ruined for that. Next scene, we have Henny, Raven, and Black Diamond. They're like shooting in the gym. They're like swinging a little golf, it's miniature golf or something like that, whatever. You just have a little golf club and they're supposed to be getting the ball in a hole, which is something they probably all really good at. And Riri mentions the dress. Raven says, well, all her clothes look like that, which to me is like, girl, why you sounding guilty? That to me is screaming guilt, period. I don't know, that's just what I think. Then out of nowhere, Diamond starts getting hyped, like, yeah, and ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody going to y'all dirty room with the roaches and the da-da-da-da, this and the third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you get so hyped for? What you so on the defense for? That to me screams, I did it. And they're so like small and kind of like off the radar. So if they were to do something like that, I feel like people that do it think that they're the least suspecting, which gives them even more reason for them to do it, if that makes sense. Henny starts getting bucked up.
We will. Okay, we will. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Yeah, look at that.
Like, why are you talking about my roommate like that? You know, I was with Vivi, Vaven, and Vyman.
Me, Vivi, Vaven, and Simon.
Why she say it like that? And I was with Vivi, Raven, and Vyman. At the end of the day, you chatting, sis. You chatting. No, she wasn't even saying you chatting. You chatting, because they was calling her dirty. Basically, her and Amber, they were saying that they would never go into their dirty room. I would never take nobody's lingerie. My glasses were broken. This, that, and the third. I would never touch anything that her juice has been on. Raven is in the confessional, like, we out here, you know, doing the golf thing with them, but I just really wanted to see how much of a follower that you are. Why is she a follower and you not? Because y'all best friends? Like, that's whack and that's corny. She got her back like she got your back. Why can't you see that? She's like, you keep talking all this, I'm about to go grab her. I'm about to go grab her. And Henny was in the confessional, like, I could have clocked her then, but I was trying to keep it cute. And then in comes Amber. Amber is right with the BS again. Who what? Amber pops right out, not missing an opportunity to show her ass. And that's what she did. She came out there like, yeah, and who said what about what am I dressed? And nobody said that. You're saying it. They were calling her Mary J. Blige, which is a compliment. I mean, Mary J. is beautiful. Y'all see Mary J? Girl, please go get your Mary J. Blige boots. And you know, we all know Mary. Go Mary. Go Mary. But so what? People love Mary in the hood and overseas. Like, Mary is that girl, period. I mean, calling somebody Mary J. Blige is not a diss. Not unless you're trying to say that they like a crackhead or something, like an alcoholic, because you know she suffered through all of that. But like, calling her Mary J is not a diss. And if she has Mary J boots, can y'all imagine the boots that Mary J have in her closet, period? Come on now. Anyway, so Raven's going off, I'm not scared of you, you're intimidated by me, that's why you're acting like that, because look at what I look like and look at what you look like. And Raven, you're cute, and so is Amber. You know, I don't understand that whole I hate when chicks do that. Like, you're intimidated by me, you're insecure. Could it just be that I just don't like you and we just don't vibe? Like, could it just be that? Does it have to be that you're insecure and I'm insecure because I just don't like you? Move around. Raven's still popping off like, yeah, because you just mad because Lollipop stole the show. Nobody was talking about you. Which, for real, when y'all remember in last week's episode, Jocelyn said that the two people that they heard the most about was Riri and Lexi Blow. Never did they ever mention Lollipop, or at least Jocelyn did. Amber keeps rolling up like, so what, you want to fight? You want to fight? Amber like, your hands then, or whatever the case. And Raven didn't want to fight. She's like, yeah, I got cousins from Chirac too. Yeah, I got cousins in Chirac too. Like, girl, please. Whew. Child, if you in Chicago, shout out to you, baby. I don't even want to say I don't want no issues with nobody from Chicago. I just don't want to go to Chicago. Like, they kill kids in Chicago. Like, I could be making this video right now dead. Like, Chicago is not where it's at. I have no interest in going there, period. I just have no interest whatsoever. But anyway, they back fighting, and you were asking me about a BBL. I was born with this body. I didn't have no work done to my body, and you got she was like, you got your titties done. You said they was 10 G's, now it's 8 G's. And like, you know, 8 is close to 10. I see why she said she spent 10 G's for her boob job, and her boobs look good for $8,000. Her boobs look natural for $8,000. I did see that scar though. She was, you got that big ass scar. Don't nobody want those botched beauties, but they didn't look botched. They looked good, and they look natural. She got a natural looking boob job for $8,000. Shout out to your doctor. Even ain't nobody a hater over here. I'm just saying, for 8 G's, y'all. For 8 stacks, them titties, them yitties is sitting right. Out of nowhere, Lollipop gets hyped because Amber accused her of like maybe telling her business, running her business down to somebody or whatever the case, and she didn't like that, so they started going back and forth. And then we have in the next scene, Lexi and Chanel pretty much talk, and she says, you know, what happened, girl? You dropped the ball. And she was just like, I know, I don't want to get emotional, but she did start getting emotional. She was just like, I just feel like, you know, I wanted to come in here being strong, and it kind of like bit me in the butt. That's pretty much what she wanted to say, but she didn't finish it. Coming off too strong, and it bit you in the behind, and now you're not even dancing with the girls. Now you're all sad about it. She also mentioned in the confessional, like she feels like she wants to do good, but just something about this season don't feel right. Well, what is it that don't feel right? Because then why you there if it don't feel right? Lexi explains firsthand what happened, you know, with the whole money and the lollipop situation. She was like, if, you know, somebody made it rain on me, that's cool and that's cute, but I ain't at the strip club anymore. I'm not picking up the money. They was going to bring that money to me, and I was going to bust it down like I normally do. But Lollipop just went off about it, so I didn't even have a chance to turn into this big. Lexi mentions the dance routine to, what you call him again? She mentioned the dance routine to Chanel, and she was like, yeah, Chanel, I think that would be a good idea and possibly an opportunity for you to kind of like show your leadership again. I like that for her. She was being encouraging. She was trying to be encouraging. Although she's saying the same thing to everybody else, she's still being encouraging to Chanel. We gotta rock with that. The girls are getting their nails done. I guess it was just the no, it wasn't even just the winners, it was all the girls. And she was like, yeah, Amber said to Lollipop, you gotta stop flip-flopping. And she was just like, ain't nobody flip-flopping. I mean, I'm staying consistent all the way around the board. I wasn't the one who was saying that you had roaches in your room and the bed bugs and everything like that. You can go ahead and ask your girl Henny. I never said that. Then, you know, it gets heated from there. Lollipop says the same thing. You're intimidated by me. You're insecure. You're intimidated by me. And, you know, what's her name? Amber was going off like, girl, ain't nobody intimidated by you. We can throw these hands you don't want to. Lollipop stands up like, girl, I'm not afraid because you don't want to get down. You don't want to get down. She was doing this weird thing with her arms. You don't want to get down with a real chick. Like, okay, Lollipop. Oh, she was also doing that to K Capri. That's who I wanted to say. Her and K Capri got into it. And then she started talking about, you look like a man, you look like a boy, you look like a refrigerator, you're a sloppy body, you look like Dennis Rodman. They were just doing their back and forth beef and bickering. This episode was juicy. It was a lot of beef. It was a lot of beef. Lexi Blow was just sitting there doing her stretches so unbothered. You feel what I'm saying? And Lexi Blow mentions it to Amber, like, you won't have to put all this house stuff separate if we got to perform again, because this is what we're doing. She was like, I know, I'm going to be able to do that. Out of nowhere, in comes Raven with security. This whole scene felt super duper produced, and she just sitting there with her glasses on like, what's up? What's up? I don't like, Same situation. You're insecure. You're jealous of me. They're all like saying the same thing to Amber. Why do they think Amber's so insecure and jealous of them? I don't get it. Amber is playing Raven like, you pride yourself off and I don't do none of that. You a sucker and a ucker. You know what I mean? And Raven's like, yes, and I get thousands of dollars from men. And I'm like, okay, thousands of dollars. You better go off, sis. They started talking about how she's broke. She got bad credit. And then Amber starts calling off her credit cards. Like, girl, where'd you get your wallet at so quick? She's like, Finger Hut, Old Navy. Okay, we got Bath and Body Works. What? Why would you pull the credit cards out? Cold Stone Creamery. Like, girl, no. You was just better off just keeping it on. Listen, my credit is what it is, and I'm good. She did not have to yell out no damn Victoria's Secret credit card. Come on now. K Capri calls herself trying to de-escalate by screaming, Amber, shut up! Like, what? So Amber screams back, K Capri, tell him to reach out. Something, somewhere. Jocelyn comes out like, wait, hold on. And Jocelyn comes in. She got on her little scarf. I like when she wear her scarf because she just be like thugging it out, regular. That's the type I like. And she comes in and she's like, hold on, wait. She dismisses the nail lady. She starts off with Lollipop. She said, Lollipop, what makes you think that you can be in the house that I pay for and don't speak to me? Lollipop was like, I did speak to you. I said good morning to everyone. She said,
you in such a high pedestal. I heard you speaking to this young lady, just like I heard every last one of y'all speaking when I was up there. Y'all thought I'd been taking a bath for an hour? No, it's actually been like 20 minutes. I was listening for 45 minutes. And I don't ever...
No, everybody in this house speaks to me. What makes you think that you're so much better, that your ego is so much better that you can't speak to me? And Lollipop just sitting there like, I did speak. Then she asked her, do you think that you look better than Beyonce? And she was like, yeah. Yeah, she said it real seriously too. And the K Capri's in the back like, girl, they about to eat you up online. The Beehive about to get you or something like that. Girl, the Beehive, we don't care about her. The Beehive ain't worried about no Lollipop, period. You know, she's just going digging into Lollipop, and the Amber's like, can we talk about cast members saying the N-word? Because I don't like it. Raven pops out like, why are you worried about her saying the N-word? So then Raven's like, Black Diamond is like, well, you're just trying to make this a thing, nigga. I can say all I want to. And they're like, girl, no, you can't. Ma'am, I'm here to tell you, no, you can't. What are you talking about? Amber is getting hyped. Like, why are you always jumping into it? I'm talking to her. So she's like, I can say the N-word. I can say the N-word. Amber said, say the N-word one more time, and I promise you it's up. She said, yeah, such and such, nigga. And Amber jumped on her. She jumped on her. All you hear is Jocelyn in the background saying, well, she said what she was going to say. She already told the girl she did what she was going to do. She said what she said. I love that guttedness about Jocelyn. And the girl just sitting there like, oh, yeah. And then so she was like, yeah, so what, nigga? She's still saying it in this, like, really, it was a demeaning way. It wasn't no cultural anything. When she said it again, Jocelyn was like, that's why she jumped on you.
See that? You see? That's why she did what she did. That's why she did what she did.
Amber breaks down and she's just like, no, because you don't understand as a black girl, like how these people treat me, how the bartenders, how the managers, how the white people treat me. And that's true. Like, I feel like if you're not really a part of like what people would call that word, like you don't really understand. And it's not just like some little cultural cute term that you say. And the girl said it in a demeaning way. She didn't say it with a hard ER, but the way that she said it, you know, it wasn't coming from it wasn't no term of endearment, period. And she felt the type of way. K Capri, big stupid bald head, big goofy dumb milk dud head ass, come around talking about something. Oh, it's I hate to say it to you, it's a cultural no. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. I don't want to go too hard. But like, nah, that's not what we doing. If she's saying that it's making me uncomfortable, you being a person that's supposed to be from a different race, I don't care if you're Puerto Rican or not, because let me just tell y'all something. I'm from the Northeast or whatever. It's a lot of Puerto Ricans that we grew up, we next door neighbors. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that back in the day was one thing. I feel like today is a little bit different. Black people feel a little bit differently about that word. And if you're around a person that says, hey, I'm not okay with that, it's nothing to be like, all right, I'm not going to say that. Now, if we were to say a word to you, whether we brown, black or brown, Hispanic, non-Hispanic, Afro, Latina, whatever the case, you got to respect how people feel about that. Period. Especially if you're really not a part, especially if you're not a part of that culture for real, for real. You know what I mean? You could be of it, but not in it. And that's the difference, bitch. Like, that's the part that gets me. And K Capri, where do they make you at? Like, nah, no, you're not justifying that. That was a real moment. It made me a little like, ugh, like, oh my gosh, I can understand this girl pain a little bit. Like, nah, we're not doing it. Jocelyn rounds the girls up and she's just like, I'm not gonna do this. No more fighting, no more fighting. You're gonna chill. I was gonna go to the club. I'm gonna stay here. I want to get it together. Do you know I have one more opportunity for the girls to add one more girl to the cabaret? You get what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get y'all game right. I'm gonna make y'all do solo dances so y'all don't blame anybody for none of what's going on. I want to see what y'all got. Make sure you presenting yourself from your head down to your toes. You get what I'm saying? And Jocelyn was thugging. She had on her Hanes socks and the Chanel slides, baby. She was out there thugging with them chicks. Like, this is what we doing and this is how we doing it. And she was like, make sure, you know, you floss. You girls spend more time on your makeup than you do your hygiene. I don't understand it. Make sure you open your stuff and clean it and spray it. She was just going off. She was like, I don't understand. Make sure this is okay. Make sure this is okay, because a lot of y'all don't floss. A lot of y'all don't floss. She said, you, Lollipop, you had a piece of chicken in your mouth. I'm like, yo, she did not have her out there like that. She was just sitting there like salty. Then at the end of the episode, we had like a little solo dance. Chanel went first. I like when Chanel does her whole Asian thing. That is her look. She need to stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, I like when she looks like that. She did her dance. She was super sexy. I like that. Chanel, good job. You made us remember why you got chose. Okay, she's a good dancer. Whatever. Henny goes and she says no. But nobody really liked Henny. I thought she did okay. Diamond went. They liked it. She showed her little booty hole, and she was just like, "Oh, I like that a lot." And she, Jocelyn said, "Just because I like a dark booty hole, don't mean everybody else does." Like, oh, what? What? Raven did good, and from the looks of it, Raven do look like she killed it. Capri looked like she really, really killed it. Like, she's all long and limber and flexible. She looked like she was really, really killing it. In the next episode, we're going to see that, then out of nowhere, Jocelyn goes upstairs because they're about to decide on who is going to win. And then Jocelyn goes upstairs, come back downstairs, and out of nowhere, she's like jumping on Chanel. Why would you say something to my makeup artist? Or however it went down, we don't know for sure. She just throws her food at Chanel. She's so pissed off at her. I don't know if Chanel's gonna be in the next episode. Then Amber tried to walk up on her and say something, and Jocelyn was all mad. She punched Chanel. I mean, she punched Amber in the chest a little bit. It was like a little punch. It was closed-handed, but it was open-handed. It was light, but it was forceful. You get what I'm saying? And we're gonna see in the next episode that Raven and Kate Capri were chosen to add on to the cabaret. We're gonna see how that works well with Amber and Amber and Raven, because you know they beef real heavy. And then Kate Capri, let's see how she does in the cabaret. Y'all, this was a good episode. I like more when it's more drama filled than dancing, because these girls can't really dance. Like, their dancing doesn't really seduce me as much as like last season, because the girls had like a little appeal to them. What do y'all think about this episode? I want to know, who was y'all favorite in the dancing? And I want to know, like, do y'all like the Kardashians, the fake Kardashians, or are y'all rocking more with like Amber and Kate Capri? I'm gonna not lie and say Amber is growing on me a little bit. Lollipop is losing me a little bit. I don't know, I'm all over the place. Comment down below and let me know who y'all really feeling in this episode. Make sure you hit the like button, because it really helps me on the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe, because it's free and it also helps me. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.